Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. Thanks, Randus. Morning has broken over the island.
Morning has.
And
that is a big assumption that nothing comes and eats you overnight.
Well, sure.
That is a pretty big assumption.
You know, we haven't been eating overnight yet.
I gotta say, like, for adventurers, I feel like this crew actually gets a lot of, like, full night rests.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well,
we don't get jumped during the night.
Not very
there have been a
often.
couple of times.
I just like to hit everybody with both barrels.
We got jumped by wolves one time.
Yeah, run at you like Lancelot for 30 minutes, so you know that it's coming, and then hit you as hard as possible, and
It's a valid strategy.
and see what you can do with that. It's like, if I jump you out, I feel that it'll just wipe the party.
Yeah, it'll be explosive skeletons all over again. It'll just be ugly.
Yeah. So, yes. The night goes on uneventfully. What do you guys do in the morning?
Get
Head to
up.
the ship.
Yeah, pack up.
Get out of bed.
Grab some quick breakfast, I guess.
Oh, right.
I'll check in with Salath before we head out, just because he's often a useful source of information.
Then if little Sparkle is going to go see Salath, she is surprised to see Orm already there.
Oh. Hey, Orm. What's up?
Good morning. I'm just talking to Salath about getting at least a partial ninja costume.
Okay.
So I want it to kind of be like a bluish color, but if when we turn, it kind of changes a little bit, like match the color of my robes. But I don't want people to know it's me.
Well, your robes are like a cerulean blue.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have stuff in blue and green, but it's like more of an indigo and more of like a olive drab kind of stuff for camouflage. So I don't know that we're gonna have anything that matches it.
Well,
I mean, you might be able to find something that goes with it.
Yeah, then I guess we might as well go with just plain black.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's usually the way to go.
Well, black does go with everything.
Do you want a headband as well?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Puts it on, pulls it up over his mouth and up to his eyes. Looks at little Sparkle. What do you think?
It's a look.
Yeah. What are you doing here so early?
Oh, I just came to check in before we headed out.
Oh, right.
I heard your mission went well with
Yes.
some asterisks.
Yes. The fleet was decimated, the assassins defeated, and we got another signatory, so it's really about as well as we could hope.
Yeah. Except for those darn Eladrin.
Yes. I don't suppose you've had any updates on that?
I don't. My crew didn't see them come in either, so I mean, I assume that they have massive resources. So
Yes.
it could have been anything. For all we know, and this is something definitely to look into, a lot of these cities might actually have standing circles.
Mm-hmm.
So for all we know, they just
Teleported
appeared
in using them.
Yes.
I'm curious, have you heard word back from the people embedded at Snapstab about if there were any survivors brought from those pirate ships that they may have interrogated?
Last I heard, if there were any survivors, they were quickly dispatched.
Okay.
Yeah, the goblins seem to be doing a fairly efficient job of that.
Yeah. I'm sure anyone recovered will probably be killed and likely eaten.
Fun. So yeah, we're I guess going to see Vecta next, which is somewhat terrifying.
Yes, Pixel's been talking about that obviously you're going in blind.
Yes,
something
and
that
I hate that.
Yes, I know. I do as well. But all things considered, it's the move. For all we know, right now we are the only ones that have access to this information other than Thien.
Yes, and we don't know when we'll have an opportunity, so it's just we don't have time to do the research that I would want to. Plus, there's almost no material to be found because he's a god of secrets and seems to have made that a priority.
Yes, I'm sure most of the information that you would find would be contradictory anyway.
Hmm. Any advice?
On speaking to Vecna, I suppose I'm sure that you've realized this by now from speaking to these creatures that we call gods. You always have to keep a few things in mind. The primary one is once you get a read of their personality, you have to keep that in mind, and also their domain, but sometimes their domain really seems secondary. I'm sure that you guys didn't spend a lot of time talking to Gamma about poison.
And honestly, Malgubliet, the goblins seem incidental. He's mostly a spoiled sociopath who likes music.
Well, Malgubliet is a god of cheating and traps. So the fact that, according to my reports, he's turned his entire city into a trap is actually pretty much on brand.
Yeah, it was impressive to see. They're quite technologically sophisticated. And the literally endless labor force doesn't hurt that he has, entirely perfect control over.
It's enviable.
Yeah.
But then again, I suppose if you train them properly, you could send goblins anywhere. That's academic.
Yes.
I guess the best advice that I could give you dealing with a new entity is that you don't have any information on, is to always try to give only exactly as much information as you have to.
She looks at Orem. She's like, "That's what I was saying."
Yes. Don't volunteer anything.
Oh yeah, no way.
And I'm sure you all do this already, but you probably specifically for this, you want to officially select the point person that is going to be doing most of the talking, so that and everybody needs to follow that person's lead, so that you don't accidentally divulge something or offend someone. And also whoever you end up selecting, this person needs to be aware of the group, aware of any looks, and aware of the talents in spotting tells or knowledge of the information that is being dealt with, that they can look at everybody and tell whether they know that the person you're dealing with is lying or trying to pull one on you or whatever.
So, not it.
No, not it. It should definitely be either myself or Ket.
Correct.
Possibly Ket, because Ket has already had some dealings with him. I'm the better liar. Ket's the better reader of people.
You might, you guys might work out a signal or something in case you're sensing, since you're understanding how people lie and the signs that people may portray when they're lying, something that you could signal to Ket in case he doesn't pick up on that.
I mean, just because I'm a good liar doesn't mean I'm fine at picking out people lying. Probably second best to Ket. I would say he's the best at reading people, though.
Okay. Well, just in case. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, certainly. I mean, that kind of coordination, nonverbal, is excellent, and it should probably be Ket because I think, nonverbally communicate to him very well.
Yes. I wonder, Salath, do you think if we had a mind link with all the rest of the group, do you think that Vecna would be able to know that we were using that?
Well, that depends on how exactly Vecna interacts with his portfolio.
True.
Right? If he like Thene is a goddess of knowledge. Does she
Mhm.
just know everything? Surely not, right? If she did, then she would be in control. All knowledge, like if you had all knowledge, nobody could pull one on you. So the question is, if you keep a secret from him, does he automatically know it? That does seem likely, especially if you're dealing with him directly.
Mm.
Perhaps what it is that Vecna and Thene, and this is just me philosophizing, but maybe they're two sides of the different coin. Maybe Thene knows everything that is known, and Vecna knows everything that is unknown.
It's an interesting duality.
Yes. I don't know that there's any real interaction between them, but Vecna's so reclusive that we really don't get any sort of satisfying meeting between them in any sort of books that I've read.
What? You seem very excited about something, or
Oh, you mentioned that they know and unknow. Wait, so you remember how Randus contacted Thene?
yes.
And she said she didn't expect anyone to be, I think she said something to the effect of she didn't expect people to be on this channel?
It could be a channel that she uses to communicate with Vecna.
Yes, maybe. Well, we're going to have to check with Randus and see if he has a way of monitoring that frequency or that channel. Maybe we can see if they're talking with one another?
That's a dangerous game, but it's possible. I didn't think he had that good control over it. I thought it was kind of a thing he randomly did. Well,
Oh, I wonder if that could be. I wonder if that could be it. That's why she was surprised that.
worth a shot, but we should certainly head out. Maybe it's something we
Yes.
can do while we're waiting for this island to show up.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for the gear, Salath.
Yes, and thanks for the advice.
No problem.
Or I may have picked up a pair of cool ninja boots too.
Sure.
With like the toes separate.
Yeah, with the toes.
Separate toes.
So we head
All
down.
right.
We head down to the ship.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything else on Rutile Island?
I'm sure people are doing something.
I meant you guys specifically.
Like just gearing up.
Oh
to
wow,
go.
it must be late. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. Standard.
Yes, here's a
preparatory-
list. Yeah. What's the
Thing.
car doing?
Standard preparatory stuff.
Okay.
Maybe
You
know,
guys,
one
go
less
ahead.
creature on the island somewhere. We'll never know.
you guys wanna? Those of you that have modes, you wanna tell me what you're picking?
Edna.
Allah.
Do you want the +1 cat?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll get him to floating +2 actually, I think.
I have a +2 to my twig.
And
And I'm rocking Larage and Eladier.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to stay with the summer.
Sounds good. Okay, so you guys go to the ship and get ready to take off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Randus bringing some radio equipment?
Well, we haven't run into him yet, so we probably ought to bump into him before he gets on the ship.
Sure.
Hey, Randus,
Yes.
do you remember how you contacted Thene?
Yeah.
I have a theory or thought that perhaps she was using that channel not for just that's the frequency her spirit and mind work on, but maybe she was using it to communicate with someone else. Maybe that someone else was Vecna or someone.
Interesting.
And I didn't know if you had a way or a thought process to tap into that frequency again and maybe listen in without anyone knowing
I mean,
or knowing.
possibly. I mean, I would really kind of suspect if that was the case, they wouldn't be using that particular means further.
I mean, it was really an accident, right? So it's almost like you stumbled upon it by accident.
Yeah.
And maybe they thought that whoever she was communicating with.
Yeah. Randus makes a good point. If I found out that my secret communication with the God of Secrets was compromised, I would probably never use it again.
Yeah, true, understandable.
Or
but-
make other means. I mean, we could try, but I think I'd also wouldn't want to try until after we're done dealing with both.
Okay.
Just on the off chance that is what's going on there.
And that it offends them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, okay. I just thought that maybe if you might, maybe the other gods are communicating with each other as well.
Yeah, very most likely. I mean, I assume they are through various means, but yeah, I'll look into that. See if we can find any other communications.
When we get to the boat, is Ket there?
Yeah.
We should talk about who's going to take point.
Fair.
I'll give you a hint, Ket. It's not me.
No, it's obviously not
I-
Orem, Randus, or Sakar.
Are we worried about lying and/or lies?
I don't know.
Loose
That's the
lips sink things.
We are worried about giving up more information than we have to. The game isn't necessarily about telling lies, as about being conservative with the truth. What do you think? You've dealt with him at least through a proxy before. That's more than I can say.
You're right about not worrying about lying to him. That seems like a long shot to attempt anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to know if what he's giving us is real.
Yes, and I trust you to do that. And I will be behind you if you can always look to me, and I can back you up. I'm not, I think, as good at telling if someone's lying as you are, but I can try, and I'm pretty. He'll be hopefully focused on you, and I can subtly try to express things that need expressing.
Yeah. I'm okay with this.
Okay. Sakar, you okay with this?
I don't see why not.
Okay. I just want everything, you like to sometimes be in command in situations, and I think a divided force is not going to be our friend here.
Hmm.
We should put up a unified front and take this very seriously.
I take everything very seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I guess try not to be offended or express offense.
And don't hold back any
Shouldn't be an
secrets.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Don't hold any secrets.
I mean,
oh,
We
I
have
needed
secrets.
that. I haven't heard anything that funny in so long. Oh,
that's inevitable. Just try not to, spill them unnecessarily.
at the risk of opening old wounds, it seems that the most common complaint about me is the fact that I successfully kept a secret for longer than others were happy with. So
Yes.
don't believe that there will be an issue here. But as for having secrets, I think we all have them. And if having them is an issue, then we probably shouldn't go.
No, the issue is just talking too much.
Mm.
Well, and I might bring up another thing we want to discuss ahead of time. Do we have any particular secrets that we'd be willing to give to him as bargaining chips?
Whose?
I don't.
That's any of us.
I don't think I have anything that is of sufficient value.
Mm,
I would agree.
looks at Cat.
I don't know what I would have that he doesn't know.
Well, maybe he'd have a better idea, I suppose.
Do you feel you're on the right track with the bargaining chips, though?
Well, last time he had something specific he wanted from you, so it's possible he will again.
True.
All right, let's sail. Hope for the best.
All right.
All right, second mission, God of Secrets. Let's go.
Let's get to see someone enthusiastic as opposed to horrified by the things that we're getting up to.
Well, you got to have a good attitude when you work for organizations like this.
That is fair.
You're not wrong.
All right. So you guys get out of Rutile Island, make your way out into the Astral Sea, travel a ways, and then
Solenoid it up.
Yep. Solenoid activates. Solenoid increases, and you guys pass through some rings to another part of the Astral Sea, which is empty.
And now we wait.
Oh, we wait.
Like
So-
empty as in just astral sea as far as the eye can see, or like
Yeah.
empty like the skies are dark and there's
No,
nothing there.
no. You guys don't fall off the edge of the Astral Sea.
Phew, okay.
Into a black void of
Yeah. Nope. It's just Astral Sea as far as the eye can see.
We were warped inside of a building, and now we can't get out.
We fell into the trap. Okay, so we give this 3 days?
I guess.
That was
Yeah.
the theory.
Okay. So keep someone in the crow's nest to keep an eye out.
Sure, I'll go up.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be a while. We'll take shifts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In between, practice my swordsmanship.
What does everyone else do to pass the time?
Take the crew's money.
Do we have any more material left from the library, or have we kind of sifted through all that?
Or give
There might have been
library.
some more, but you probably took it to the library for them
Sure.
to parse through it. So yeah, there's
That's fair.
nothing else unless you guys want to revisit any or ask more questions about any of the stuff you already have.
I mean, we could
No.
perform the play again for the crew to keep them entertained.
I'm entertaining the crew.
You're taking their money.
Yeah,
That's
same thing.
entertaining to him.
Yeah, I will try to get to know the crew a little bit better. Be social, meet people, hope they don't die again.
Play some
Right.
games.
Does the crow's nest
Give-
come with a mast?
No,
It's part of
there
the
is
mast,
just
right?
like a big pole that has a crow's nest on top of it because these ships don't have sails. So it's
Right.
specifically there to be a lookout post. So this area up here is the
Command deck.
yeah, it's the command deck. That's where the captain sits, and then on top of that there is basically this arch, and then right in the middle of the arch, right there is big tall pole with where the crow's nest is.
Okay.
So there aren't any actual sails or legit masts
Masts or anything.
to begin with. Yeah.
That's what I wondered, because those might be fun to balance on.
Yeah. The thing about astral ships is that that's the wrong one. The thing about astral ships is that they are built. I'm sure you guys have picked up on it by now. They're built more like modern ships
Right.
than like
Age of
Caravel
sailing ships.
type. Yeah,
Sailing boats, yeah.
right. So they tend to be pretty blocky, and although there is some stuff for the crew to do in engines and looking out and
Looking out for engines.
looking out for engines and engineering the lookouts.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of like ropes and pulleys and things like that.
When Orm's not on the lookout, he's going through all his magic spell books and he's looking to see if there are things that might be borrowed from one spell and combined with bits from another spell to create something new and different.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Inventing a new spell, yeah.
Yes. It's the best thing that was missing from Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
It's like I would say Fable 3.
Yeah, with the elemental combo system.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'll try to see if I can make some kind of widget to scan the
God frequency.
God frequencies, but
It sounds like a
try
God
to-
sci-fi book or like a self-help book. I haven't really
Yes.
decided.
A sci-fi self-help book.
It's a
Metaphysical.
sci-fi self-help
Yeah.
book by Randus Duthane and Orm Rivendorn, and we will start our own religion. And
Edited by Eric von Daniken,
And-
explaining how Eladrin came from the skies to populate the entire astral plane.
we will take the other end of the Hollywood Boulevard.
yes,
you
by
You-
R.
you
Ron
just call it the
Duthane.
Church of Happyology and be done with it.
It's not difficult to tune back into that frequency, but there at least right now there appears to be nothing on it.
I'll let Orem know that.
There's nothing on there right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can maybe scan around and come back to it and let you know if I hear anything.
I give Randus a big thumbs up. Thanks,
Okay.
Randus. You're awesome.
No problem.
I don't say that enough to you.
Well, we should get Orem a ninja suit more often.
Yeah, seriously.
No, man, I like these setups like right before a big mission. I'm gonna get to know the crew. He's like, you know what? I don't say that I appreciate you enough. I mean, like,
I'm 1 week from retiring.
yeah, exactly.
This is my last job.
Orem practices his stealthy moves
I
too.
got a wife and kid back home.
You wanna give me a stealth check?
I will give you a stealth check.
Yeah,
28.
it's not terrible.
That's not great.
No,
Yeah.
it's not good. but
Orem
it's
is
not
out of
terrible.
practice, definitely. He definitely sees that, he like sneaks past some of the crew and definitely sees some of the crew like spot him and then pretend like they didn't because they don't want to mess with whatever he's doing right now.
That seems awkward.
Definitely, if that doesn't beat your passive perception, you do see Orem sneaking around.
Nice ninja suit, Orem. Looks good on you.
Thank you. And then he twinkle toes away.
What is he doing?
I have no idea.
All right.
I don't see Orem sneaking around.
Hello, kid.
Oh my god, Cat's perception is garbage.
Orem starts cheating for the other crew
Yeah,
members.
he starts winning some of their money back.
Ket's probably actually nearsighted, but just ashamed to get glasses. That's why his perception is low.
Yeah, the problem is that with his facial hair, if he got glasses, then he'd look like a hipster.
Right.
Well, that's
Doesn't
right
want
out.
that.
I don't know, man. The jacket's probably going to offset a little bit of that. It'll make him look less like a hipster
Yes,
and more like a punk rocker.
Yes, to enchant some flannel and
Mhm.
Or
Start drinking artisanal coffee.
he could
Yeah.
just get a bunch of tassels on the arm of his jacket.
Keeping all of his potions in little ball jars that he got at the swap meet.
At the fish concert.
He's actually decided that like Magubliet's mustache waxing was really nice, and he wants to, have more
Yeah.
of that.
Curl it up at the sides, yeah. Get
I mean,
that whole
honestly-
Shaggy Rogers vibe going on.
If he would have rolled like 2 higher, he would have beaten my passive perception.
I mean, seriously, this like if you look at that modifier, it's pretty respectable. He rolled a 5. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Orem
I mean,
actually
it's not
can
bad. It's just,
can roll a reasonable stealth check.
Yeah, it is my third highest stat. I mean, it's my third highest.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah, remarkable, actually. That's
Or I'm
a
sorry,
full 8
fourth
points higher than
highest.
You're not even trained in stealth, are you?
Nope.
That's
I
damn impressive
think you
for
might be.
a non.
Let me double check.
Skill.
I don't think I'm trained in stealth.
mine. Does it have a check mark?
I'm gonna flip over to it and look, and it is not.
So is this all
You're
just justification for taking that feat next opportunity?
Maybe.
Yes, if you wanted to pick up stealth training next level, you certainly could.
Is your dex just that great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think you'd have to wait another level unless he swap something out.
Yeah, you'd have to retrain something if he absolutely wanted it next level.
Yeah.
Or also, I want to say has a magic item that helps his
Yes,
stealth.
I have a lot of things that help,
Mm.
Yeah.
but my
He's got a lot
dexterity
of
is
like miscellaneous modifiers here and there from stuff.
my
Okay.
dexterity is a plus 19, so it's 25. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow.
That's my dexterity. Actually, I didn't realize that you were that committed to it.
yep,
He's been committed for a while now.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dex and Intelligence, baby.
yep, all the way.
That's that wand of accuracy build.
Hmm.
Also, with him kind of going the sword magey stuff, I mean, that also helps when he's
Mhm.
getting in the
Yeah.
thick of things.
Sneaky stuff.
You know,
Yeah.
not really, because Dex and Intelligence are the same.
Oh,
like,
that's true.
Yeah,
they
they
both
don't
count
so-
for AC.
Defenses.
Yes.
in other
It's a
versions
pretty
of
big
Dungeons and Dragons,
non-bow.
they would.
I forgot how 4th edition worked there.
Hmm
It happens.
Yeah, that's actually the big problem with the Wand of Accuracy build is that it's actually
Doubles
one of
up.
the very few builds in the game that forces you to do that.
Yeah, that and like the one of the warden builds.
Yep. So it's pretty rare for that, and it's like the problem is that it's explicitly intelligence and dexterity, whereas if you have a character who's big on strength and constitution, you're getting hit points out of constitution at least. Like
Yeah.
there's a reason to have those two stats high.
Mhm.
But if you have high wisdom, high charisma, or high intelligence and high dex, you're getting a lot less bang for your buck as far as saves anyway, or defenses. So yeah, you guys hang out most of the day. You know, Chow is passed out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wake up, Chow.
Who brought a dog on the ship in the first place? That's what I want to know.
You were supposed
Why
to
are we
cook
letting him
tonight,
drink?
Chow. But yeah,
What's-
you all get some potato-y stuff.
Potato-y stuff.
A raw potato and some dip.
You guys get a bowl of water with a raw potato. You know, a sailor grub. Yo ho ho.
And you gotta peel it
Salt
yourself.
water.
Bowl of potato.
They really need a cook on this boat.
Orm just reaches into his robes, pulls out a little vial, opens it, does a little drop sprinkle onto it, and puts it back,
Mhm.
and just eats. Smile on
gel.
his face.
It's organic.
Yep.
Uh,
All organic.
Gel of 1,001 uses.
Oh no, there's many vials in Orm's robes.
Yeah, they're all
No.
hair gels. Some of them are
If you
more
don't
edible than
remember,
others.
there was the hot sauce exchange that we
Yeah,
had.
exactly.
Hot
yes.
sauce hair gel.
I just assumed he had turned that into hair gel as well.
Spicy hair gel.
No, not everything.
When he's looking for a bit of a kick to his look.
We need that push. And some glitter.
he needs
Needs
to.
to spice
Orem-
up his nightlife a
Orem
little.
isn't just exclusively concerned with his hair.
That's right.
Also-
he also worries
also
about
can-
his eyes.
He's also concerned with his outfit and his shoes.
Mhm.
Exactly.
He makes sure he scrapes the chow bits over onto the side of the boat so it doesn't mess up the rest of the deck.
Do it sneaky like.
Yeah.
That way no one will see you.
Yeah. Sakar wonders what this stinky thing is that's on his back.
No, I've met Kat.
Ha!
Not saying I carried you. I'm just saying. I'm serious too.
All right, so you guys are sitting around eating. It's getting to be pretty late in the evening when from up in the crow's nest, you hear somebody shout, "Land! Land ho!"
Hmm.
We all rush to the way he's pointing, and we look.
And sure enough, a kind of small island appears to be moving in your general direction. It's not coming directly towards you. And it takes you guys a couple seconds to realize so when it comes towards you, it also kind of seems to be growing, and it takes a little bit for you to realize that it's not really growing so much as it's coming out of some sort of field.
Like it was
Yeah.
invisible.
Yeah,
Your
like
pocket dimension
imagine
holds it
if
normally.
there's like an invisibility field and it's moving through it, so it's coming out the other side and it's no longer invisible.
So the
Um,
island is actually moving.
The island is actually moving and fairly quickly.
Uh,
It continues to appear, and you guys see that the island is rocky, made out of bright red stone, and from what you can see, there is some sort of strange geothermal activity in it. There are these plumes of smoke or gas or something that erupt out of all of these crags that line it up. And essentially, this island is one very rocky, spiky mountain. And it is a very steep, tall mountain. And right at the very top of the mountain, there is a building that appears to be kind of a fortress of sorts. You just basically see a wall and some like parapets from your vantage point. And pretty soon the island stops appearing, and appears to have fully materialized or come through the gate or whatever it was doing, and is now sliding through the astral sea, leaving a trail of smoke and or mist or whatever behind it.
Tell the captain to quickly make head. Let's do an intercept that way as fast as we can. Boat stuff.
The crew's already moving, but the captain sets a course, and you guys head towards it. And again, it's moving faster than the ship can go. So you guys catch up to it, and it becomes very clear that there is, like, other than whatever is at the very top of it, there is like no structures, no man-made structures anywhere on it. It just appears to be bare, which means the ship really can't dock anywhere. So you guys are going to have to take the buoy.
To the buoy.
Okay.
Time.
I guess we'll do some buoy time and make sure the captain is staying with us. Match the heading and the speed and all that stuff.
Oh, we will, but you better double check Pixo's charts to make sure how long this is going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Otherwise, who knows where we'll wind up?
New Jersey.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's
Buoy.
go.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll quickly make our way onto the buoy
Yeah.
Reload the buoy.
and launch our way over to the island.
We launched the buoy.
You guys launch the buoy. You bring it back, get on the buoy, and launch it.
True.
I said we loaded the buoy first.
Yeah, I know.
How dare you? We all climb on the buoy.
All right, you guys climb on the buoy, launch the buoy, buoy, head towards the island.
Baba Booey.
The island is, as you might expect, causing some significant swells as it moves, disrupting the astral sea. It's like the astral sea doesn't like really wave, like, you're not going to see the waves break. It's like more viscous than water, so it just kind of like glorps up and down. But it makes it pretty difficult to sail. or to move through it with the buoy. Why don't whoever's steering? Why don't you give me either a nature or Arcana check to?
Go, Randus, go.
Go
I
Arcana.
think Arcana it is.
I would pick Arcana.
Yes.
Unless you're
It's one of the
me,
best
don't
skills in our
pick
party
nature.
is Randus's Arcana check. So.
Randus
Just
is
press
Arcana.
Up.
Randus
I
is
don't like
Arcana.
leaving Randus in charge of our life.
I know, right?
41.
I'm okay with leaving Randus, not Brian.
I only rolled a 5.
Yep, with a 41, Randus is able to really predict the swells to a degree where he is able to zip past them and then eventually catch up to the island and basically bring the buoy solidly into the shore.
I rolled under my intelligence. That means I succeeded, right? That's how it works in this edition, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
We have now landed the buoy.
Yes.
You have now landed the buoy.
Let's
All right.
secure the buoy.
Yeah.
Then exit the buoy.
Rope off the buoy to rocks, I guess, or just bring it on land.
Yeah, we should be able to just bring it on land with no problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we've done in the past.
Say it'll just drive right up on land.
I'm going to say, this isn't really the way I imagined it would be.
Yeah, a little less dignified.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
was expecting, spookier and old ruins and whatnot. And
this looks like a place a wizard would set himself up at.
I suppose that's
Agreed.
true.
Remember the old adage about the soil of a wizard's heart.
What's that?
The soil of a wizard's heart is stonier
Why?
Does that mean
because everywhere you dig, you find unexpected secrets in the form of metaphorical rocks.
It's a weird
You've never-
saying.
Well, as many sayings are.
To be fair, wizards are not as big a deal in the southern continent.
Yes.
Agreed.
So a few things about the island now that you're here. Again, very rocky. These like red rocks and this very steep mountain, which has these sharp red crags kind of coming out of it in lots of different directions. It's also really hot, like uncomfortably so. And now that you get a closer look, you're pretty sure those puffs that come out of the holes in the mountain are some sort of greenish gas
Mm.
as opposed to like steam or, what I want to say, like smoke from like lava or something.
By volcanic gases, it's something different.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's probably still geothermal. You can have like
But
geysers.
it might be
or-
extra
or-
poisonous.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's.
Does
like
it smell poisonous?
the thing about humans and by extension D&D critters that are humanoid is that they can breathe oxygen and maybe sometimes water. It's like pretty much anything else will kill you. So yes, walking through these things, it's like they could not necessarily be particularly poisonous, but having them in your lungs will be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Do you think a nature check would tell me if I would die horribly if I were to touch it?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead, give me a nature check.
Or maybe you could
ooh.
show us a path through the
29 to divine the nature of this nature.
You are, I mean, mostly what you can get here is that it does seem natural. Like it is unlikely that you would, peek into one of these fissures and find like some sort of machine pumping gas out or something like that. From what you can
Right.
tell of the way that it's being spewed out, the regularity of it, how it interacts with the rock, it seems natural. You don't know what it is, but it is very likely something within the mountain that is probably interacting with the rock in some way, either turning one of the minerals in the rocks into something else, or potentially even dissolving the rock into puffs of gunk.
When you say red stone, are they like crystalline or?
No, it's like Castle Rock redstone, like Grand Canyon-y redstone kind of stuff. It's it's solid and orangey, red, maroon by bands, but it's not like particularly like painted desert pretty. It's just kind of generally red and porous, and sometimes has noxious gas coming out of it.
Are there any like small hunks of stone that can be picked up?
Sure.
I will pick one up.
I mean, it appears to be perfectly mundane redstone.
That's a perfectly mundane red stone.
Although, now that you're holding it and looking at it, you would imagine that it will probably make for a tough climb. It's even though it's porous, it is kind of weirdly slick.
Do we have any method to fly?
Eagles?
I mean, we could try.
I'm just concerned about, well, I suppose with your climbing accoutrements, you won't have too much trouble, but...
Oh yeah, there's no way I'm getting up there.
Warden Duthane and I would likely have issues as well.
He's also got boots.
Climbing gauntlets.
And gauntlets.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe eagles would be a good idea to try.
We can try.
I mean, I can try.
Yeah.
How long does it take to cast an eagle?
Oh, to like carve them, or it only takes a couple of minutes.
And how long do we believe that we have on the island based on the information we have from Pixos map?
A few days.
That's a maddeningly vague figure.
Yeah, well, that's what we got.
10 minutes and 400 gold.
Yep.
I say we try.
How high is this cliff?
High.
Yeah, very high.
So it's not something that the blaze a trail ritual or whatever that is would work.
That would be another one that we could do.
Yep.
Trailblaze. So Trailblaze, 10 minutes, last 8 hours. Go ahead, Rodrigo.
No, go ahead, please.
Nature Wilderness moves aside so that you can pass, creating a clear path 4 squares wide that extends 10 squares ahead of you. You ignore natural obstacles that would slow your overland speed. The natural terrain returns to normal once you pass, and the perception check DC to track your party increases by 5, as though you had obscured your tracks.
Does it help with the upward slopey climbing bit?
Doesn't say. It says the neutral terrain returns to its normal state once you pass.
Chances are it probably does help a little bit with the slope, but if you just get to a point where you just have to climb, it's not going to help with that.
Yeah, I'd say eagles then.
All right, give me just a minute. Would anyone like to help out Randus?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's nature check, isn't it?
It's
Yes.
is it a nature check? Let me double check.
Sure, it's nature.
Eagle's flight is nature, yes.
Oh, I'll help.
So I got to roll nature.
Not 20.
Oh, wow. Wait.
30. It's a 30
Oops.
plus 2.
Well,
What'd you
Well,
roll?
we all got at least a 10, so.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what are we
plus
at?
then like a
Plus 6.
41, I think.
We're at 41?
Well, I would have rolled a 41.
What's our total?
I think.
You got 30 plus 6 would be 36.
36. All right. So we can fly 12 to 20 is our overland flight. And we're going to summon some eagles for 12 hours. Up to 8 of them.
Okay, so how many eagles are you summoning?
1 for everybody.
Okay.
So I sit down in my circle and close my eyes and I think about the mighty eagles and ask for them to appear to us to aid us. And I cast my spell out into the world.
Okay.
Talents to smash and grab.
All right, so a little bit of time passes, and sure enough, you start seeing shadows up on the rocks, and a group of 5 enormous golden eagles appears. And they land next or close to you.
Okay. We'll walk over to them, bow. Thank you for coming to our aid.
Nods.
We would like to fly up to the top where that compound is.
Very well.
Thank you. May we get on your backs?
It lowers itself.
Thank you. I climb aboard.
I look for the biggest one. What?
Okay.
I take the biggest one from Sakar.
It's actually... It's not to
Guys.
have the biggest one. It's actually a logistical thing. I am the largest and the heaviest, and I don't want to put undue strain on an eagle if unnecessary.
Guys, they're all the same size. You
Okay.
got quintuplet golden eagles.
Okay. Then I picked the one with the funny feather on his head.
Okay.
I get on an eagle.
Okay.
Yes. Take whatever's left.
Jerk.
What is the does the eagle look at Kit any different?
No.
Okay.
Why would he?
And away. Long story. And away.
And away. And the eagles take off flying.
Caw, caw.
Well, I think an eagle flight is a really good place to stop this week. Because you never know what's going to happen next.
That's true.
Someone just
There's
had to
things,
mention
most
falling
likely.
damage recently.
To mention what?
Someone had to mention falling damage recently.
Oh, falling damage recently. Interesting. You know, and it's real funny because I used to have, what was it called? Featherfall or whatever?
Featherfall?
Yeah, I used to have that a long time ago, and someone talked me out of trading it out for something else. So
Who did that?
probably you or Rodrigo.
The thing I like the most about this setup is that you guys definitely went for birds in a mineral-based situation where dangerous gases might be in play.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the gas.
The biggest canaries in this coal mine.
Yes.
So,
Like, I think we should leave them mine.
so creatures do take a -4 penalty to attack rolls and defenses while carried by the eagles. The eagles can't attack or affect other creatures in any way. The eagle's defenses are equal to your own, and if an eagle is hit by an attack, it descends to a solid surface to drop off the creatures it carries and then flies away. Eagles who have flown away during combat can be called back as a standard action outside of combat.
We didn't
Eagles
want to be
know there's
struggling through
crap.
some poison gas while relying on Little Sparkle's athletics check.
Well, that's true too.
Oh, come on.
But we'll see what kind of deviousness Rodrigo has in store for us next time. Thank you, everyone,
On critical hit.
Thank you, Sam. And thank you, listeners, for, again, being part of this fantastic voyage. Well, not fantastic voyage, because that's somebody else's thing.
That's copyrighted. No.
But thank you for being a part of this trek across the stars. No, wait, that's also
No.
something else.
It's a journey over 20,000 leagues.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's perhaps, we're not really going over hill or under hill on this journey, but we'll figure something out. That wraps it up for this installment. Take care. We will see you soon. And here's hoping all of your dice rolls, 500 more and counting, are all critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2019 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.